We're now ready to begin the practice session. We'll be linking the poses you've just learned in a flowing vinyasa sequence. The term vinyasa refers to the idea of linking breath and movement, and it also refers to the idea of moving step by step through an orderly progression. You'll notice that as we go through the practice, I'll give specific instructions on when to inhale and when to exhale. This is the foundation of a vinyasa practice. So as best as you can, see if you can follow these breathing instructions, as it will enhance your experience of the postures. Beginning in Tadasana, bring your palms together in front of your heart. With your next inhale, take your arms out to the side and up, touch your palms. As you exhale, fold, hinging at your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen your spine. Inhale, press the floor away to come up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. 2 more times like that. Use your breath. Inhale, opens you up. Exhale, folds you up. Next inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen your spine. Inhale brings you back to standing. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. 1 more time, in silence. Moving on to Sun Salute A. Inhale, open. Exhale, lead with your heart as you fold. Inhale, the heart takes you forward. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push off your hands and feet equally. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your hands, belly, and legs together to make this transition. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure that the creases of your wrists line up with the front of your mat, and make sure that every knuckle presses into the floor evenly. Then press the floor away with the whole of each hand, lengthening your spine and waist back from that. Take a final inhale. At the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. With an inhale, lift your heart. Shoulder blades back. With an exhale, fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll take that again. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up. Feel the length from your feet to your fingertips. Exhale, keep that length as you fold. Inhale, spread your collarbones, pull the heart forward. Exhale, step back, plank position, then lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, pull forward with your hands, press back with your toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, use your belly strength to help you fold, downward facing dog. As the hands press the floor away, spine and waist lengthen back, front ribs soft so there's no scoop in the lower back. Lengthen the spine even more. Move your hips back from your shoulders. Take a last inhale here. At the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, offer the heart. Exhale, lengthen the spine. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, Namaste. 1 more time, Sun Salute. Inhale opens you up. Exhale, folds you up. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Keep that intention as you exhale back to plank, then lower to Chaturanga. Inhale, sternum moves forward and up, lift and open your heart. Exhale, press the floor away, downward facing dog. While you're here, see if you can use the strength of your legs to emphasize the length in your spine. Firm your quadriceps and move the tops of your thighs back, shifting more weight into your heels so you can release them more deeply into the floor. 1 more inhale, use the legs to move the hips away from the palms. At the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale, namaste. Moving into Sun Salute B. With an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms out to the side and up. As you exhale, fold. Once your hands reach the floor, slowly press your legs straight. Inhale, draw your heart forward, take it through the gateway of your arms. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, and chaturanga. Inhale, pull your heart forward and up, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise up out of your legs, touch your palms, gaze to your thumbs, warrior one. Hands to the floor, step back, plank position. Then exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right heel spins down. Make sure you're heel to heel. Inhale, rise up out of your legs, touch your palms, warrior one. Hands to the floor, step back. Exhale, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, opens you and lifts you, upward facing dog. Exhale, releases you back to downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Reach forward with each of your middle fingers and then extend back through the length of your arms and waist, creating continuous lines of energy from the tip of each middle finger to each of your sitting bones. One more inhale here, press back. At the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up. As you exhale, press the floor away, rise to standing, palms together in front of your heart. Another round of sun salutes. This time we'll integrate the standing poses. With your next inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms out to the side and up, chair pose. With your exhale, fold, Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, pull the heart forward and up. Exhale, step back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving from warrior one to warrior two. Step your right foot forward, spin your left heel down. Make sure you're lined up heel to heel for this pose. Keep your hips low and square. Inhale, rise up out of your legs. With your exhale, keep your right leg at a right angle, open your arms and rotate your left side away from your right side. You'll need to adjust your right foot forward a couple of inches so that your right heel now aligns with your left inner arch. Warrior two. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips, right knee opening, right buttock gently pressing forward. Take an inhale here, lift your heart, and then exhale, release your hands to the floor, step back, plank position. Take an inhale here, and then either exhale directly to downward facing dog or lower to chaturanga, then inhale upward facing dog, and exhale downward facing dog. Let's take that on the left side. From downward facing dog, step your left foot forward, spin your right heel down. Remember that it's important that your heels line up with each other for this pose. Inhale, keep your hips low and square, rise up out of your legs. As you exhale, open your arms. Open the right side of your body away from your left side. Warrior two. Adjust your left foot forward a couple of inches so you're heel to arch. Check your left knee, make sure it continues to point past the second toe and that it stacks directly over your ankle. Create a true right angle, left thigh parallel to the floor, and then lift up out of this, spreading your collarbones and extending through your fingertips. Final inhale here, exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank position. Either press directly to downward facing dog or come through the vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Check in with your breath. Let it be smooth and steady against the back of your throat, and let the sound of this breath wash over you, focusing and quieting your mind. Even out your breath by matching the length of your inhales to the length of your exhales, and carry this breath into your next round. Step your right foot forward, spin your left heel down. We begin the same way. Inhale to Warrior 1. Exhale, open to Warrior 2. Adjust your right foot. Check to make sure the right knee stacks directly over the right ankle and that it tracks past the second toe. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, release your right hand to the floor or to a block. Spin your left palm towards the floor and take your left fingertips past your ear. Extended right angle pose. Make sure the right leg is still at a right angle, and then extend from your left heel to your left fingertips, keeping your right knee in contact with your right arm and gently rotating your left thigh, belly, and chest open. Gaze beneath your left arm towards the ceiling. Take a final inhale here. As you exhale, sweep your left arm in a huge arc, hands to either side of your front foot. Step back to plank position. Either press directly to downward facing dog or use your exhale to lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right heel spins down. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, Warrior 2. Adjust your left foot. Check your left knee. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen your waist. Keep that length in the waist as you exhale, left hand to the floor or to a block. Right palm spinning to the floor and extending past your ear. Left knee presses gently but firmly into your left arm. Move the left buttock forward to open the hip, and then aim your left sitting bone towards your right heel to lengthen the left waist. Extend the right side of the body as you take your right fingertips away from the right heel. Final inhale here. As you exhale, release your arm in a wide arc, hands to the floor on either side of your front foot. Step back to plank position, either directly to downward facing dog or come through the vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Check in with your breath. Let it be smooth and steady as we head into the next round. Same opening. Right foot steps forward, left heel spins down. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, Warrior 2. Adjust your right foot forward. And slowly on an inhale, straighten your right leg. Push off the ball of the right big toe to lift the right quadricep. Keep the lift. Exhale, move your hips to the left, reach to the right. Right hand to your shin or ankle, gazes to the left thumbnail. Triangle pose. Keeping your right thigh engaged, move your right buttock forward, spin your left ribs back. Release your shoulder blades down your back to create space for your neck. With your next inhale, push the floor away. Bring the torso up, look to the right, and then as you exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale here, then exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank. Either go straight to downward facing dog or through the vinyasa. From downward facing dog, step your left foot forward, spin your right heel down. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up, Warrior 1. Exhale, open to Warrior 2. Adjust the left foot forward, then draw your left thigh muscle up to straighten your left leg. Push off the ball of your left big toe to create the lift in the quadricep. Keep the lift, and then exhale, move your hips to the right, reach to the left, and then release your left hand to your shin or ankle, taking the right hand to the ceiling and gazing to your right thumbnail. Remember that the block is a very good option here, particularly if you feel any strain along your left groin or inner thigh. Move the left buttock forward, right ribs back. Aim your left sitting bone to your right heel and lengthen your waist out from that action. Take a final inhale. Exhale fully. On an inhale, push the floor away to bring the torso up. Look to your left. Bend your left leg to a right angle, Warrior Two. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, either straight to down dog or use the exhale to move to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Feel the length from your palms to your sitting bones. Feel the length from your sitting bones to your heels. Breathe deeply into the space that your asana has created. Take a final inhale here, and then with your exhale, release your knees to the floor and release your hips to your heels. Either take your arms back by your sides, forehead to the floor, or rest your forehead on your hands. From Child's Pose, we prepare to move into our final resting posture, Shavasana. Keeping your breath smooth and steady, taking your time, with your next inhale, slowly start to roll up, uncurling the torso as you stack vertebra on top of vertebra. Once you're upright, release your shoulder blades down your back and spread across your collarbones. Shift your hips to the left and swing your legs around so that they come out in front of you. Keeping your knees bent, ease your way onto your back, and once you're down, one leg at a time, draw your knees into your chest. Close your eyes. Take a long inhale through your nose, pausing at the top, and then exhale out your mouth. Release your feet towards the floor, and then extend your legs out in front of you. Feet are about as wide apart as your mat, and from hip bone to ankle, the legs fall open. Turn your palms to the ceiling and move your hands a couple of inches from your torso. Roll your outer shoulders under you to open your chest, and then keeping your eyes closed, let the breath soften, gradually letting go of your Ujjayi breathing. Shavasana is sometimes called the pose of surrender, so let your physical body take on this quality of surrender. Allow your muscles and bones to become heavy. Let them release into the floor beneath you. Scan your body. Notice if there's any place that you're still gripping, and if you are, use the next couple of exhales to release from that spot. As your breath softens, as the outer body softens, let your mind soften and quiet as well. Shavasana is one of the most important and potent poses in yoga. It's your chance to rest deeply after the energy and the effort of your asana. We'll take the next couple of breaths in silence so you can drop more completely into this pose. Start to deepen your breath. As your breath deepens, bring small movements into your fingers and toes. Keeping the movements as gentle as possible, roll to your right side, pulling your knees into your chest. Rest your head upon your right arm and take a couple of breaths here. Using your left hand to help you, and letting your head be the last part of you to come up, press the floor away, making your way into a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana. In Sukhasana, bring your palms together in front of your heart. As you exhale, lower your chin into the lift of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment here to offer thanks for your practice. Bring your fingertips to the spot just between your brows, the third eye center. Take a deep inhale here to signify quiet mind, and then exhale deeply. Namaste. We're now ready to begin the practice session. Standing in Tadasana, press the floor away evenly with the four corners of each foot. By pressing down, lengthen up through the core of the body, crown of the head extending to the ceiling, shoulder blades releasing down the back. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. Find your way into a smooth, steady Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, but as if you're actually breathing in and out through the soft spot right between your collarbones. We'll start with Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salutes. With your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up, touching your palms, lengthening through the core. As you exhale, fold, hinging at your hips. With your inhale, draw your heart forward, and as you do that, slide your shoulder blades back. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, firm the thighs, press the floor away to come up, touch your palms, gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, release back, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, take the arms out to the side and up, grow tall and long. Exhale, keep the length as you fold. Inhale, spread the collarbones, draw your heart through the gateway of your arms. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale takes you up. Exhale, release, palms together in front of your heart. Moving into Sun Salute A. Inhale, sweep it open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, draw the heart forward, shoulder blades back. Keep that intention. Exhale, step back, plank position. We'll hold here to build some heat. Body long and narrow like a plank of wood. Heels back, heart forward. Belly up, tailbone down. Take an inhale here, then exhale, lower Chaturanga. With an inhale, press with your toes, pull with your hands, upward facing dog. With an exhale, press the floor away, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure that every knuckle presses into the floor evenly, particularly the knuckles of your thumb and forefingers, which tend to curl up. Extend forward through each of your middle fingers, and then from that action, press your sitting bones back and up, and lengthen your heels back and down. Final inhale here. At the end of your exhale, looking forward, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, press the floor away to come up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, sweep it open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull the heart forward, spread across the collarbones. Keep the heart open. Exhale, step to plank. Hold here. Lift and firm the entire front of your body, shoulders, belly, and thighs. Final inhale, keep that intention as you exhale, Chaturanga. With your inhale, upward facing dog. With your exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Draw your outer arms, your triceps, in towards your biceps. Firm your biceps and move them towards your triceps. Keep the arms strong and then lengthen the spine and the waist back from that. Take a last inhale. At the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, offer the heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale takes you all the way up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Same beginning, adding on. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and up, touch your palms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, step to plank. Create a long, strong plank, and then maintain that as on an exhale you lower to the floor. Setting up for Shalabhasana, the locust pose. Point your toes, take your arms back by your sides, palms face the ceiling. Feet are hips distance apart, tops of the feet pressing down, thighs lifting, tailbone aiming down to lengthen the lower back. Think of the tops of your feet and your tailbone as anchors. On an inhale, set sail with your sternum, send it forward and up out of your lower back. As your sternum moves forward and up, release your shoulder blades back and down, taking the heads of your shoulders away from the tips of your ears. One more inhale here. Then exhale, release your forehead to the floor, lining up your fingertips with the middle of your chest. Tuck your toes under, firm your thighs. With an inhale, lift your head. As you exhale, keeping your elbows in, press the floor away, moving back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Let this downward facing dog be a counter pose to Shalabhasana. Lose any trace of a back bend. Soften your ribs, take the tips of your ribs and aim them to the tops of your thighs so you can create a little more length in your lower back. Take a final inhale here. Stay to exhale. With your next inhale, rock forward, plank position. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Point your toes. We'll now take Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Fingertips lining up with the middle of your ribs, elbows drawn in, shoulder blades gliding down your back, tops of your feet down, tailbone down to anchor your pubic bone to the floor. Keep your elbows in and the heads of your shoulders away from your ears. On an inhale, pull your chest forward and up, straightening the arms only as far as they will go with the shoulders remaining down away from the ears and the elbows aligned with your wrists and shoulders. With your next inhale, find a little more lift and openness in your heart. With your exhale, soften within that space. Take a final inhale, shoulder blades curling in and up to emphasize the openness in the chest. Exhale, release, forehead to the floor. Tuck your toes under, firm your thighs, fingertips still in line with the middle of your chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, push the floor away. Downward facing dog. Feel the whole of each hand pressing into the floor. Pushing the floor away, use the strength of your arms to create length along your spine and your waist. Front ribs aiming towards the tops of your thighs, tops of the thighs pressing back, heels releasing down. With your next inhale, rock forward, plank position. Exhale, lower to the floor. Point your toes. Next pose, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Slide your hands back a bit further, fingertips lining up with your lower ribs. Tops of the feet pressing down, thighs and knees lifting, tailbone lengthening. With your next inhale, pull your chest forward and up, lift up so that you're standing on your hands and feet equally. Make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Think of drawing your heart forward and up out of your lower back, tailbone continuing to release down to lengthen the lower back, thighs lifting to protect it. Final inhale, spread your collarbones, look up, and then exhale, use your belly strength to help you fold back, downward facing dog. Check in with your breath. Even it out if it has become hurried or choppy. Let it be smooth and steady, like a gentle roar against the back of your throat. Final inhale, then exhale, release your knees to the floor, release your hips to your heels. Take your forehead to the floor or to your hands, child's pose. While you're here, continue matching the length of your inhales to the length of your exhales, using this intention with your breath to cultivate a quiet mind. With your next inhale, keeping this breath consciousness, gently start to roll your way up, uncurling, stacking vertebra on top of vertebra until you're sitting back on your heels. Moving into camel pose. Come onto your knees, knees hip distance apart. Remember that you can fold up your mat if your knees feel sensitive in this pose. With an inhale, lift your thighs and lengthen your spine. Keep your pelvis in the neutral position we discussed earlier, then lift your heart up out of that. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, either release your hands to your heels or to your blocks. Shoulder blades moving in and up to open the heart. Lower back stable, pubic bone and tailbone dropping evenly. Take a final inhale. Stay to exhale. Then with your next inhale, come up. And as you exhale, release your sitting bones back to your heels. Swing your legs around in front of you and gently ease your way onto your back, setting up for Setu Bandha, bridge pose. Feet are hips distance apart and parallel, fingertips grazing the backs of the heels. Keep your thighs parallel and on an inhale, lift your hips, aiming your tailbone and your pubic bone towards your knees. Interlace your fingers beneath your back. Roll your outer shoulders under, then press them down, shoulder blades curling in and up to open the chest. Take a final inhale. Exhale, gently release down, unclasping your hands as you do. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure that your heels and your ankles are still lining up beneath your knees, and make sure that your feet and thighs are still parallel. Moving into Urdhva Dhanurasana, the upward facing bow. You may want to repeat Setu Bandha, the pose we just did. Rotate your hands so that your fingertips line up beneath your shoulders. Elbows draw in so that they're shoulder distance apart. With your next inhale, come onto the top of your head. On the top of your head, re-establish the elbows shoulder distance apart. Move your elbows towards your knees so that your shoulder blades stabilize onto your back. Open the chest by tilting slightly further onto your forehead. With your next inhale, press up, upward facing bow. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Remember to keep your feet and thighs parallel so that you can broaden across your lower back, armpits hollow so that you can broaden across your upper back. Distribute the back bend evenly between your lower and upper back. Take a final inhale. Exhale, release your hips to the floor. And gently draw your knees into your chest. Drop your knees to the floor on your right. Use your hands to help you sit up, coming to a cross-legged seated position, Sukhasana. Moving into our twists. Shins bisect each other. Left hand to the outside of your right knee, right hand behind you for support. Inhale lifts and lengthens you. Exhale, twist. As the crown of your head extends to the ceiling, see if you can take the twist a little deeper without tightening your jaw. Take a last inhale, and then exhale back to center. Other side. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you for support. Inhale, move the sacrum in and up. Translate that into a lift in the sternum and the crown of the head. Lengthen more. As you exhale, twist. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate a bit further. Take a final inhale. And then exhale back to center. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Move your left heel to the outside of your right hip, right ankle to the outside of your left knee. Hold your right thigh with your right hand. On an inhale, raise your left hand towards the ceiling. Use that length. Exhale, get as much of your left upper arm to the outside of your right thigh as possible. Right hand behind you for support. Keep the back of your neck long as you look past your right shoulder. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Take a last inhale. Exhale, back to center. Switching sides. Right heel to the outside of your left hip, left ankle aligned with your right knee. Hold your left thigh with your left hand. Inhale, take your right hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, emphasize the length. Exhale, emphasize the depth. Take a last inhale. And then exhale, release it back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you, coming into Dandasana. Sit evenly on your sitting bones. Tops of the thighs squarely facing the ceiling and pressing down so that you can lift up. Lift your heart, lift the crown of your head, and then release your shoulder blades down your back. Remember that Dandasana is the staff pose, so find that quality of a staff along the length of your spine. Moving into Janu Sirsasana. Keep your left leg in Dandasana, bend your right leg to a 90-degree angle and lay the knee on the floor. With your left hand beside you for support, take your right hand to the outside of your left shin or foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale one more time, find a little more length, and then keeping your navel facing the center of your left thigh, lay your torso out along your left leg, taking your gaze to your left big toe. Hands on either side of your foot or holding your left wrist. With an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen your spine. Remember that the inhales create the opening, the exhales create the release within that effort. Use the next inhale to open and the exhale to release from the pose. Switching sides. Extend your right leg into Dandasana, bend your left leg and lay your knee on the floor. Sitting bones pressing down, right hand for support, left hand for leverage. Inhale, take the sternum up and out of the lower back. Exhale, take the left kidney towards the right knee. Inhale, and then exhale, lay your torso along your right leg. Either with both hands or holding your right wrist, use an inhale to take your sternum towards your big toe, and use an exhale to pull yourself out along the length of your leg. Janu Sirsasana. With your next inhale, lift your heart. With the exhale, come up. Take your left leg out in front of you, coming back to Dandasana. Thighs and hands pressing down, sternum, crown of head lifting up. Keep the action in the legs and the length in the spine as we move into Paschimottanasana. Legs strong. Inhale, take your fingertips towards the ceiling. Stay here to exhale, pressing down through your sitting bones. Take that grounding action into your next inhale. Press down and lift up. From that length, exhale, reach forward. Either hook your big toes with your fingers or use a strap. Inhale, heart lifting, shoulder blades releasing. Exhale, extend forward. As you take the crown of your head towards your big toes, continue to allow the shoulder blades to release towards your sitting bones. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, come up. Keeping your movements gentle and unhurried, make your way onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Close your eyes. Take a long inhale through your nose. Pause at the top. And then as you exhale, gently sigh it out your mouth. Release your feet to the floor. Extend your legs out in front of you. Feet about as wide apart as your mat. And from your hip bones to your ankles, legs rolling open. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Outer shoulders curling under to open the chest. Let the entire body release. Let the entire body soften into the floor beneath you. As you lay here, notice all of the places in your body where you hold on. Notice if your brow is furrowed, if your jaw is clenched, and if your top and bottom teeth are touching. Then see if you can use your breath to soften and release these habitual areas of tension, sending a message to the rest of the body that it's okay to let go. See if you can, in fact, let go absolutely. Allow yourself to surrender to the floor beneath you and rest deeply. Shavasana. final resting pose. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll to your right side and curl your knees in towards your chest, pausing here with your head propped up upon the pillow of your right arm. As you're ready, keeping your eyes closed and using your left hand to help you, press yourself up to a seated position, allowing your head to be the last to come up. Once you're up, cross your legs coming back to Sukhasana. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Sitting bones pressing down. As you inhale, lengthen your spine and your waist. Take the crown of your head to the ceiling. And as you exhale, release the shoulder blades down your back and drop your chin into the lift of your heart. For the next couple of breaths, notice the space you've created within your body. As you sit here breathing, very consciously and deliberately soak in all aspects of your asana practice. Breathe in the energy, the focus, and the effort, as well as the quiet mind and the peace of your Shavasana. All these qualities are in you and available to you at all times, not just when you're on your yoga mat. Take a final inhale to breathe all of this in. Exhale deeply. Namaste. We'll begin our practice with Sun Salute, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Press all four corners of each foot into the floor, thighs lifting, belly drawing in and up, sternum and crown of the head extending to the ceiling. As you lift your front body, lengthen your back body. Shoulder blades releasing towards your waist, tailbone releasing towards your heels. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and tune into your breath. With your next inhale, bring your arms out to the side and up, touching your palms together, gazing to your thumbs. As you exhale, take that length into a forward bend. Next inhale, reach your sternum forward and up, slide the shoulder blades back. As you exhale, step to plank position. We'll take a couple of breaths here. In plank, recreate your Tadasana. Lift your thighs and belly, lift your sternum, lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Inhale here, firm the entire body. As you exhale, elbows draw in, lower to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your mat beneath the whole of each hand, and then press the floor away, moving your shoulders and hips back and up, extending your heels back and down. Take a last inhale here, lengthen your spine and waist, and then at the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, draw the heart forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold it in. Pressing the floor away, use the strength of your legs. Inhale to come up. Fingertips reach to the ceiling, shoulder blades release down. And then exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Let's take a couple more rounds of Sun Salute, this time at speed. Inhale, sweep it open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull the heart forward, slide the shoulder blades back. Exhale, step to plank, heart still reaching forward as you lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, press with your toes, pull with your hands, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine and waist. Create more distance between your palms and your hips. Emphasize this length by pressing the tops of your thighs back. Feel how this action in the legs shifts more weight into the heels and then reach the heels more deeply into the floor. Final inhale, and then at the end of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, offer your heart forward, make sure the shoulder blades draw back. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale takes you up. Exhale, namaste. We'll take this one more time. Inhale opens you up. Exhale folds you up. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Keep that intention in the heart as you step back and lower to Chaturanga, keeping your elbows shoulder distance apart. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, press down to lift up. As you press your hands into the floor, feel your hips moving back and up, lengthening your spine and waist. Keep the front ribs soft so there's no scoop in the lower back, and then breathe into this space. From here, we'll move into our lunging twist. Step your right foot forward between your hands, stacking the knee over the ankle and aiming it past the second toe. Strengthen the left leg and lift your heart, and then keeping your left shoulder stacked over your left wrist, take your right hand to the ceiling so that it completes that line of energy. Press down to lift up, spreading across the collarbones and releasing the shoulder blades down the back. Final inhale here. Exhale, release, step back to plank. Use an inhale to lift the belly and aim the tailbone to the heels, then exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Step your left foot forward between your hands, aligning the knee with the second toe. Press your right heel back and extend your sternum forward so that you are long and strong through your core. Keep that feeling of strength. Take your left hand to the ceiling, lifting up out of your right hand as you do. Push the floor away to create space across the front body, then release the back body so the shoulders move away from the ears. Final inhale here, then exhale, plank position. Inhale, firm the entire body. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll take a couple of breaths in plank, setting up for our next pose, Vashisthasana. With your next inhale, rock the shoulders forward so they stack over the wrists. Press the floor away so the shoulders and chest lift. Draw the belly in and up so it supports the lower back. Aim your tailbone towards your heels so there's no scoop in the lower back, and then engage your quadriceps. Take an inhale here. Then as you exhale without losing plank, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, keeping your left shoulder stacked over your left wrist and taking the right hand to the ceiling. Recreate the actions of plank. Thighs and belly firm, tailbone to heels so there's integrity at the center. Keep the front ribs soft as you release the shoulder blades down the back and lift and open across the heart. Final inhale. Exhale, back to plank. Take an inhale in plank. With your exhale, move directly to downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here, smoothing out your breath if it became hurried or uneven in any way. Other side. With your inhale, come to plank. Belly up, tailbone down, heart forward, heels back, so you are long and strong through your core. Maintaining these intentions, roll to the outer edge of your right foot, right shoulder stacking over your right wrist, left arm to the ceiling. Keep the qualities of plank, in particular the length in the lower back and the strength in the lower belly, then incorporate the actions from the lunging twist. Press down to lift up, spreading across your collarbones, releasing the shoulder blades. Inhale, then exhale, plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here, using these breaths to focus and quiet the mind after the challenge of the arm balance. Steady the breath so that it can support you as we move into our next pose, Bakasana. Remember that the actions in Bakasana are very similar to the actions of Chaturanga. So we'll take Chaturanga first to create a model for Bakasana. With your next inhale, rock forward to plank. Keeping the belly up and the tailbone down, extend your heart forward and draw your elbows in as you exhale to Chaturanga. Pause to emphasize these actions, then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long inhale here, and then at the end of your exhale, step your feet not quite all the way to your hands. With hands shoulder distance apart, come high on your toes, placing your knees as high as they'll go on the backs of the arms. Pull your belly in and up and draw your heart forward as if practicing Chaturanga, then lift the feet. Find a steady gazing point to help with balance, either between or just in front of your hands. Take an inhale, then exhale, heart forward, legs back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tune into your breath. Match the length of your inhales to the length of your exhales so that your breath is smooth and even as we head into our inversion practice. Take a last inhale. End of your exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale takes you all the way up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Moving into our inversions, bring your mat and whatever props you may need to the wall. Begin sitting against the wall with your legs extended. Mark where the heels of your feet land and then swing around, placing the heel of your hand where the heel of your foot was. Tuck your toes under and press into a modified downward facing dog in which the knees are bent and the heels rest several inches up the wall. Press the floor away, lengthening your hips back and up, and then walk your feet up the wall so that once the legs are extended, they're parallel to the floor. Firm your quadriceps and press them to the ceiling. Make sure that your shoulders and hips stack over your wrists, and then push the floor away to create more length along your spine and waist, keeping the front ribs soft as you do this. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, walk your way down and into a standing forward bend. Feet hips distance apart, clasp your elbows and let yourself dangle here. Take a couple of breaths, then gently roll your way up, uncurling as you go, neck and head the last to come up. Moving on to full arm balance. Come into downward facing dog, this time facing the wall. Fingertips are about 4 inches from the wall. Connect to the floor with the whole of each hand, and then with your next inhale, rock your shoulders directly over your wrists, gaze between your hands and step 1 foot in. With your next inhale, keeping the shoulders over the wrists, push the floor away to come up. Lifting up out of your hands, aim your tailbone to your heels, and then reach your heels up the wall to create more length. Keep pressing down to lift up. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release. Returning to Uttanasana, the standing forward bend. Feet hips distance apart. Clasp your elbows and let yourself dangle. Let's take it again. Release your elbows. Place your hands on the floor about 4 inches from the wall. Come into downward facing dog and make sure you've got a good steady base before you come up. Whole hand pressing into the floor, shoulders lifting up out of your hands. Rock your shoulders forward over your wrists, keep the shoulders stacked, and then step a foot in and on an inhale, push the floor away to come up. Tailbone to heels, heels to the ceiling. Soften the front ribs so that you can create length along the spine rather than being in a back bend. Take a final inhale here. And then as you exhale, release. Standing forward bend. Feet hips distance apart, elbows clasped, thighs firm. Take a final inhale. As you exhale, release your elbows and step back to downward facing dog. Take a long inhale to lengthen the spine and waist. As you exhale, release your knees to the floor and then sit back on your heels, preparing for headstand. Interlace your fingers and set yourself up at the wall with your elbows shoulder distance apart. Place your head in the nest of your hands, making sure that the wrists remain stable. As you tuck your toes under, walk your feet in. Press the floor away from wrist to elbow so that the shoulder blades draw up, creating space for your neck. With your next inhale, push the floor away with your forearms. Use your belly strength. Bring your heels towards your hips. Take your feet and your buttocks to the wall and pause. Continue to press down to lift up and then slide your heels up the wall. Once your legs are extended, take your buttocks off the wall. Aim your tailbone towards your heels to lengthen the lower back and then reach your heels a little higher up the wall to create even more space. Take a final inhale here and then with your exhale, release the hips back to the wall. Bend your knees and slide your feet down the wall, pausing with them just above your buttocks. With control, using your arm and belly strength together, start to curl your way down, knees moving towards your ribs and then all the way to the floor. Move directly into child's pose and take several breaths here. Always come directly into child's pose after headstand so that the neck can release. In child's pose, listen to the sound of your breath against the back of your throat. Let the outer body release as you cultivate your inner body through your attention to your breath. With your next inhale, begin to slowly roll your way up. Neck and head, the last two, come up until you're sitting back on your heels. We'll use plow and shoulder stand as counter poses to headstand. Set up your blanket so that they create a flat and even surface for you to work on. Make sure that the soft edges of the blankets point in the direction of your head, and then come onto your back with your shoulders on the blankets about an inch in from the edge, neck and head off. With your next inhale, take your feet over your head, coming into plow pose. Interlace your fingers behind your back, roll your outer shoulders under, and as you press down with the outer shoulders, lengthen your spine towards the ceiling so that your hips stack directly over your shoulders. Take your hands to your back as close to your shoulder blades as possible so you can lift from below. As you're ready, take your legs towards the ceiling, extending up through the balls of your feet. Aim your tailbone towards your heels and shift the soles of your feet forward slightly so that your ankles stack over your hips and your hips stack over your shoulders. Once you've established your alignment, find a steady gazing point, either the tip of your nose or the tips of your toes. Wherever you're looking, let the gaze be soft so that you can turn your attention inward. Shoulder stand is a finishing posture. We use it to quiet the mind and cool the body. So for the next few moments, find that stillness within and breathe into it. Take one more inhale and then exhale, release your feet to the floor in plow. Interlace your fingers and roll your outer shoulders under, pressing down to lift up. Take a final inhale and then exhale. Release your hands towards the mat. Use your arm and belly strength to slowly roll your way out. When you feel your mid-back touching your blankets, bend your knees, then continue to roll the rest of the way out until your feet touch the floor. Carefully roll to one side so that you can move the blankets out of the way, and then return to your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Keep your right knee drawn into your chest. Extend your left leg out along the floor. Take your right knee to the floor on your left, coming onto the side of your left hip. Shift your hips several inches to the right so that you can lose the scoop in your lower back, and then turn and look past your right fingertips, releasing your right shoulder towards the floor. Breathe into the length of the twist, letting gravity do the work as your right shoulder falls away from your right knee. With your next inhale, come back to center. Shift your hips back to the middle of your mat, and then draw your knees into your chest. Keep your left knee drawn in, right leg out in front of you. Take your left knee to the floor on your right, move your hips to the left, and then take your gaze past your left fingertips. Anchor your left knee to the floor with your right hand, and then drop away from this anchor with your left shoulder. Let this pose be a release. Let go of effort, and simply breathe. With your next inhale, come back to center. Shift your hips, and then draw your knees deeply into your chest and close your eyes. Take a long inhale through your nose, and then as you exhale, gently sigh it out your mouth. Release your feet to the floor and extend your legs out in front of you. Separate your feet about as wide as your mat, and then from hip bone to ankle, let the legs roll open. Turn your palms towards the ceiling and roll your outer shoulders under, opening across your chest. Shavasana, our final resting pose, is sometimes called the pose of surrender. Adopt this posture of surrender from head to toe, letting the body release completely into the floor beneath you, letting go absolutely, so that you are open and available to fully absorb the benefits of the inversion and balancing practice. As the outer body lets go, allow the inner body to follow. Let the breath soften, let the mind quiet. Rest deeply. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Bring small movements into your fingers and toes, and then keeping your eyes closed, roll to your right side, curling your knees in towards your chest. Pause here, and then as you're ready, taking your time, letting your head be the last part of you to come up, use your left hand to push the floor away, pressing up into a comfortable cross-legged position. Sitting with your legs crossed, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Press into the floor with both sitting bones evenly, and then lift up out of that. Crown of the head extending to the ceiling, shoulder blades releasing down the back. Take a final inhale here, and then as you exhale, lower your chin, dropping your head into the lift of your heart. Breathe in all aspects of your practice: the focus, the energy, the concentration of your arm balances and your inversions, as well as the quiet of your Shavasana. These qualities, which we experience so vividly on our yoga mat, are available to us at all times. Breathe them in deeply. Namaste.